This is Tammie Rundle with Impressors Extraordinaire, and I am going to share with you today a simple gift card box that I actually found the initial design online from a demonstrator, and she had posted a few years ago. Her name is Brenda Quintana, and she has cubiesquest.com. So if you want to check out her project there, feel free to head that direction, but for right now I'd like you to stick around here, and I'm going to show you a variation of what she had made. It's a completely different box. Hers was Christmas. This is a birthday or whatever you want box. And so let's get started. The stamp sets that I'm using today are Field of Flowers and a Grand Kid. I love that. It's one of the new stamps out of the new 2020 catalog. And so we're using the Happy Birthday stamp. And the colors that I'm using for my box today are two of the new in colors. I am using Misty Moonlight. Ooh, so pretty. And Just Jade. So let's get started. The gift box that I'm making is also a gift card holder. So it'll hold a little gift, which I don't have that in the box, but obviously you can make anything that you want that's going to fit in there. And this is the gift box top. And I have tied it with the pretty peacock old olive ribbon. And this actually came out, I believe, in the holiday catalog last fall, but it's still here in our new annual catalog. So let me take that off and show you what this box is all about. So here's the card. And I'm actually going to today stamp Happy Birthday in there too. And then here's the gift card holder part of the box. So it's kind of a two-in-one. And then if you have an old gift card sitting around, or if you don't, but eventually you get one, keep it on hand and you can use it to be your tool to help you measure and cut. All right, so get these guys moved out of here. I just love this one. This one's so cool. Uses the waterfront stamp set, and it's going to be for my granddaughter Julia when it's her birthday in August. So same concept on the inside. All right, so we're going to start with the card box base, and it is a 9x7 piece, and I have scored it at 1 inch, 4 inches, 5 inches, and 8 inches on the 9-inch side. And then I did all this on the Simply Scored tool, turned it 90 degrees, and then scored at 1 inch and 6 inches on the 7-inch side. And the next thing that you want to do is, I would go ahead and with the bone folder, go ahead and burnish your creases. This is just going to help your box fold and come together more nicely. Sorry, don't mean to scoot that paper around there. Don't get too dizzy. And then come back down on the middle ones that are, this is actually going to be your card or your box back. And score there. I love the bone folder because it just makes things so easy to burnish and make sure that the scores are nice and crisp. So we've got it creased, and now we're going to cut, and this is how you'll do it to get this box put together the right way, or at least my way. So you're going to cut the 2 score lines down to the 1-inch score, and so this will be your the top of your box. So eventually these are going to fold in like this, and then so you'll cut those, so you'll cut those down, if you will, and then turn it, and then cut these in to that 1-inch score mark. And then this will be the bottom of your box. It'll eventually come together like, see if I can get this to do it, like this, and like this. And I'll show you that in just a second, how we'll adhere that. And also, I don't know if you've made boxes before, but sometimes when you're cutting these lines here and these lines, things are just a little bit off. So if you want to go in and angle your tabs, it can help it come together a little bit nicer when you're doing the sticking together or the adhering part. So just cut those at an angle all the way around on your tabs. I'm not sure if you can hear the noise in the background, but my husband's up there. I think he's using the food processor. He's actually cooking dinner. It's Father's Day and he's cooking dinner, but you know what? He's an amazing cook. So I'm very happy that he likes to cook. Let's see. Just about got this. One more tab. All right, get these guys out of the way. All right, and then, so this is going to be the inside of your box. So what you need to do to put your adhesive on, and we will be using the Terran tape, turn it over and grab the Terran tape, which is where, I don't know. Oh, Terran tape, where did you go? Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. All right, so put your Terran tape on these tabs. Ooh, that one got to be a little long. We shall put him elsewhere. And normally when I put this on, I really push down on the end that I'm tearing. But for one reason or another, I didn't do it that time. But easily fixed. All right. And then on these guys, I'm going to put the Terran tape across that way. Don't ask me why. I just think it's a good idea. I have no fact-based reason why. It just works. All right. Now we're almost done with this part of the project, but what I want to do next is I want to take the piece that's going to be my top, and I'm going to take my tailored tag punch, stop wiggling, and I'm going to center it and move it about like that, and then that's going to make it a little easier for your recipient to open the box. So that's on the lip of your box. So it'll go like this. And then these will fold in like this, but we don't want to put our box together yet. So we're going to set that aside, and we're going to work on the card that's going to go on the top of your box. So remember when I showed you the other box? This one's actually the Just Jade, but this is going to open like this, and you'll have the card in there. So go ahead and take your piece of cardstock, which also is Misty Moonlight, and it's 5 by 6. You're going to score it in half at the 3-inch mark on the 6-inch side. And then you'll have 2 pieces of Whisper White. One will go on the front, and it's the one that we're going to do a little bit of magic on here in a minute. And then the other one will go in here, and those measurements are 4 7/8 by 2 7/8. So you have 1/8 of an inch basically around your card. So let's set that one aside for right now and get to the magic. I've got my paper piercing mat, and I also have a scrap of just some copy paper that we're going to do some stamping on. And the first thing that you need to do with this piece is take from the Field of Flowers this stamp here. It has flowers on it. And with your Memento Tuxedo Black ink, you'll come in and ink this up really well. All right. And then I like to just move it off a little bit, not too much, because I want to make sure that it covers the edges. So stamp that. And then, oh, look what I did. But wait, all is not lost, because cardstock has 2 sides. Let's try that again. I rocked my block. That sounds kind of funny. I rocked my block a little too much. So let's try that without rocking it. You see all that ink on the block up there? Shame on me. You might want to be a little more careful than me when you ink your stamp. It might work out a little better the first time for you. All right, and then come over here, move your cardstock over, and stamp the remainder. And this is what you end up with. And I got a little bit there, but I think that's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to show when we do the magic. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is come in with, and I think this is the eye block, yeah. Come in with the eye block, which is the same size block that I used with the flowers. And you're going to take your, let's do the grass first. So we'll take the Just Jade ink, and we're going to ink up this block and just randomly put ink on it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and there can be lines in it. It's not a big deal. And now I've got a spritzer that has alcohol and the shimmer paint that is frost white, and I'm kind of rotating it because it separates out pretty easily when it sits there. And I filled this about 3/4 of the way full with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and then I poured very slowly the shimmer paint into it and did about 10 drops, and then incorporated it by mixing it slowly. You don't want to shake it because you'll just get bubbles and it really won't mix it very well. But this is where the magic kind of comes in. So then you're going to carefully make sure you know where the spray end is, and just start spritzing your block. And that should be good. I'm going to put this aside. Kind of pick this up. My fingers are probably going to get inky, but that's okay. And then where the grass would be, you're going to turn this over quickly and bring it down on your card. And it's okay if you have some white pieces, because it looks actually more cool than if you have it all uniform. So where that was, I could have kept pressing, but I think it looks really cool when it has that. And you'll see, I'll show you the sample here in just a little bit. Now, we need to add the blue ink, the Misty Moonlight, but I need to get this cleaned off first. And I found the best way to clean your block is with a baby wipe. So if you haven't got some of those around, they're a really good tool for stamping. We have all different kinds of cleaners. We have the Stampin', oh, what's it called? Chamois. And then we have the mist with the scrubbing pads. But this works really well for this project anyway. So set this aside again and come back in with our Misty Moonlight ink and do the same process. And see how it's not even, but that's cool. It's okay. It's going to make it really neat. You will like it, I think. And if you don't like it, you should make it the way you want to, because it's your project and you have the power. All right. So again, making sure you know where your little sprayer is. Spritz your stamp. And bring your project back in. And quickly turn it over. Come down on it. Oh, look, that's going to be really cool. See how it's kind of dark in there and some white there? Now, I could keep messing with it and completely cover it, but I don't want to. It's going to be really cool like this. So there. That is the magic. And I don't know if you can see it, but you just need to do this project, and then you'll see it up close and personal, because it's really shimmery and gorgeous. I love it. All right. So we need to let this dry for a little bit. Otherwise, when we ink it with our sentiment, it might smear a little bit. I am using the Memento ink because it's good to use with like the alcohol markers. So I'm presuming, since I have alcohol with the shimmer paint, if I didn't use that, if I used StazOn, maybe it would dissolve a little bit. I don't know. That again is not a scientific fact. But I'm just thinking that might be the case. So I'm using the Memento since I'm using rubbing alcohol. So now the next thing that we need to do is go ahead and set this aside. I think I want to let this dry and do the inside of my card. And bring in my 2 inks that are the new in colors, the Misty Moonlight again, and the Just Jade. And then I've got my memento here too. And let's go ahead and put some flowers on it. And let's do those in Just Jade. And so I'm going to put those. Ooh, how do I do it? Or do I want it here? Ooh, yeah, let's do it there. Like, see, every card can be unique. You don't have to do the same thing all the time unless that's the way you want to do it. And then I've got this little dragonfly, which is really cute. And I think I'm going to do him in the Misty Moonlight. And have him flying around. And then what else do I want to do? Ooh, let's do the happy birthday, and we'll do that in the tuxedo black. Get it inked up really well. This happy birthday is the one, again, that's from a grandkid. I got that stamp set. I thought it was really cool. I've got 5 grandkids, and I always make them their cards. And now I've got some really cool grandkid things to put on their cards. All right, so there's the inside of that card. And move these things back over. Bring in the stamps that I'm going to put on the front of my card. And I think this is dry now, so I'll set this one aside and bring this one back in. That's the good thing about alcohol too, is if you had used a water base with your spritzer, it'd take forever to dry, and you'd probably end up using your heat tool to make it dry. And when you use your heat tool, sometimes it can change your colors slightly. So I like to just let them air dry, so the alcohol is a better option for that. All right, so let's do the amazing stamp. Oh, no, it's not amazing. It's the always stamp from Field of Flowers. I guess I'm just thinking about who this card is for, and she is truly amazing. My youngest daughter turns 31 this month. In fact, her birthday is actually tomorrow, and we're celebrating it today. All right, then let's go with Thinking of You, and also do it in the Memento Black. And I'm going to put it down here in the green to the right of where I just stamped the always. And then I want to come back in with the Dragonfly, because he's really cute. Oh, hey, come back here. He's trying to fly away. Isn't that cute? And so we've got that. So basically our card front, or our card for our gift card box, is almost complete. Just gotta put things together now. So let me do that for you, and I'll get this ink put away before I do that, so it doesn't dry up. Stop it. All right, so let's bring things back in. I've got my box. I'm going to get all of this backing off the tear and tape. And I don't know who's watching my video, but if you've been a demonstrator or a customer of Stampin' Up's for a long time, do you remember the sticky strip that we used to have? I loved it because it was really good for doing boxes. However, the plastic coating that went over the sticky part was really hard to get off. So this is pretty simple. And it also, hey, how come I only have one there? That's weird. Okay, well, we're just going to go with one. Normally I would put 2, but I think it'll be just fine. So anyway, back to the sticky strip thing. And then once you did get the plastic off of the sticky, the plastic, because of the, what do you call that? Anyway, it would stick to you really bad. Like static electricity, yeah. It would stick to you because of the static electricity, and it was just impossible sometimes to work with. Anyway, let's get this box put together. So just make sure that you line up the flap with your score mark and with the other edge, and give her a squeeze. And then come in with this one and do the same. And then, so this is the top. You won't have a back on the top, but eventually it'll come together like that. And then this one, this little flap goes toward the back, or the side of the bottom, I should say. Come on, make it happen. There. Just make sure your edge is lined up. And the same here. Make sure those edges are lined up. Can you see me? Am I stemming, or am I doing it off camera? One time I made a video not very long ago, and I did part of my project off camera. It was really embarrassing when I watched the video back. Oh boy, I tell you. It's a crazy life we lead, right? Crazy. Okay, so there is the gift card box. Just like a dot. It's supposed to go together really easily. All right, so it looks like that, right? And then what you need to do is put your card together. So bring in my components of my card. I've got my card base, or card back, whatever you want to call it, and the inside part of my card. And we have a new adhesive called Stamp and Seal now. It's a little different than snail, and I think it's going to be a better adhesive than the snail, although the snail was pretty good. It did have some issues when it got humid, so this one seems like it's really going to stick. It does have a removable cap, whereas the snail, it just had the flip down cap. So that's a little bit different, but it works the same other than that. Other than I think it's going to be really gloriously good at sticking. There is a Stamp and Seal Plus that if you're using it to put boxes together that have any kind of torque or weight to them, you'll want to use the Stamp and Seal Plus. It's just a little bit stronger. It's almost like the sticky strip, only in a roll form like this. All right, so same thing here. Hide our mistake on the top of our gift card box. It's cute. I like it. Do you like it? I think it's pretty neat looking. Very cool. And it shimmers so pretty. And then this, we're going to put some adhesive there because it's going to be stuck to our gift card box. And bring this in like this. Line up everything. And we are getting so close to being done. So open it up. Oh, look, so cool. Open it up, and then we need to put the gift card insert in. So let's bring all the stuff in to make that. All right, so I have that Just Jade piece, and I've scored this. It's a 5x7 piece of Just Jade cardstock, and I've scored it at 2 1/4 at the halfway mark, the 3.5 inch score, and a 4 3/4 inch score. And so you're going to fold this in half and then burnish it again with your bone folder. And then come in again with your tailored tag punch and center it. And cut about halfway. Move it down this way. So come to about the halfway mark on your punch and the halfway mark on your card sides, and then punch that out. And then open it up, and then take it and set it down, and then we're going to put the part, I'm going to create this part that the gift card sits in. So grab your gift card, or you can use a straight edge if you want to, and draw a line to basically to the edge of your gift card. And it kind of curves around like that, but that's okay. And then what you're going to do next is take your paper snips, do you guys have these paper snips? They are cool. They are very sharp, and they stay sharp, and they last forever, and they make really cool cuts if you're fussy cutting. They do a really good job. So did you see what I did there? And we may need to adjust this a little bit, but we'll see once we get the gift card put in there. So cut on your line, and then come down a little teeny bit more, because you want that slot to be easy for the gift card to go into. All right, so basically what it's going to do then is it's going to sit up in the box like this, and your gift card is going to slide in this slot right here. And so it's going to fold down when it's in the box. It's going to be like that in the box. And then when they open the box, it's going to pop up like that. And then Brenda had taken a package of Rolos and wrapped them in designer paper. So if you wanted to put a little bit of a gift in the box, aside from the gift card, you could do that. You just have to be careful that you don't put anything that's too big, because this has to remain open enough or not encumbered so much that you aren't able to cover the lid on your box. Does that make sense? All right, so hopefully it did. If it didn't, I am sorry about that. So the next thing that you want to do is go ahead and take your gift card out, turn this over, and using your tear and tape again, you're going to put a strip across the top and a strip across the bottom. And grab your box. Take that off. And it's going to go up there. And then get this taken off. And it's going to go down here. And it's going to fit right into, nice and snug into your box. Give it a good stick there. So then your mechanism is complete. Put your gift card in there, close your box, close your card, you're good. Now, the one thing that I noticed about this box is that these guys' these little wings want to kind of fly up, so I just took a couple of glue dots, because glue dots, you know, if you put enough torque on them, they're not that permanent. And I put it down under the corner there. If I can get it to stop sticking to my finger, maybe I can, maybe I can't. Okay, so I guess the trick there is to just roll it around in your finger until it stop sticking to you. And then come in on this side and do the same thing. And then when you close your box, you can just press that and they'll stay down. But it'll open just fine, just like that. And that way it is a little more, I don't know, impressive if there's not sticking out. So the last thing that we need to do, obviously then, other than completing the card, is we need to put our ribbon around it. So you're going to cut a piece of this ribbon, which, like I said, came out in the holiday catalog last year, but is now in the annual catalog. It has the pretty peacock and the old olive colors. It's reversible. So beautiful. So you're going to cut at least 19 inches. And then you're going to, and I'm not going to tie the bow on mine because I would probably make a crazy fool of myself showing you how to do that, because sometimes I'm really good at it and other times I'm really not good at it. So I'm just using the ribbon from my other box that's already tied to show you where this is going to go. And you can adjust it however you want to. And that, my friends, is my project. It's a simple box that you can hold a gift card in, and my box actually has a card on the top of it. So enjoy making yours. I'd love to see pictures of yours, so take a picture and put it on my blog. That would be at impressorsextraordinaire.blogspot.com, or you can just send me a picture. Just go find me. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, tammierundle.stampinup.net, and let me know you've got a picture of your box and we'll make sure that you get credit for it on my blog. So have a great day, and I will see you with my next project.